Have you ever wondered how the geographical landscape of our world shapes international politics and relations? Welcome to an exploration into the world of geopolitics, a fascinating field that combines the geographic and political realities of our world. At its core, geopolitics is the study of how geography, mountains, rivers, plains, and the like, influences politics, economics, and society on a global scale. It's the interplay between power and space, between nations and resources. Think of it as the grand chessboard of nations, where each move is not just about political strategy, but also about geographical advantage. It's about how a country's mountains can serve as natural defenses, or how another's access to sea routes can boost trade and economic growth. But geopolitics isn't solely about physical geography. It also encompasses human geography, the cultural, economic, and societal factors that shape the world. It's about how population density in a country may lead to political instability, or how cultural differences can drive geopolitical conflicts. Geopolitics is a fundamental aspect of international relations, shaping the interactions and power dynamics between countries. It's about understanding why certain nations are superpowers, while others remain developing countries. It's about the global power structure and how countries navigate this complex and ever-changing landscape. And here's the thing, geopolitics is not static. It's fluid, changing with the tides of time, technology, and human development. As nations rise and fall, as resources shift and technology advances, the geopolitical landscape evolves. So why is geopolitics important? Well, it's like the stage on which the drama of international politics unfolds. It's the backdrop against which nations make decisions, form alliances, and wage wars. It provides context to the actions of nations, and it's a tool to predict future political trends and conflicts. Understanding the history of geopolitics helps us to comprehend its role in shaping the world as we know it. So buckle up as we delve deeper into this captivating subject, tracing its origins, exploring its key concepts, and uncovering its implications. Stay tuned as we unravel the mysteries of geopolitics. To truly grasp geopolitics, we must journey back in time to its roots. Our story begins in the cradle of civilization, where early geopolitical theories were born. In ancient societies such as Greece and Rome, geography played a pivotal role in shaping politics and power. The Greek concept of oikoumene, for instance, represented the known world and influenced decisions on trade, warfare, and alliances. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and we see geopolitics at play in the grand chessboard of empires. The Mongols, for example, exploited the vast Eurasian steppe to build a colossal empire. Their understanding of terrain, climate, and local dynamics was crucial in their conquests, a testament to the power of geopolitics. Then came the colonial era, a period marked by territorial expansion and exploitation. European powers, fueled by their understanding of global geography, embarked on voyages of discovery, staking claims on foreign lands. Geopolitics here was a tool of imperialism, guiding the carving up of continents and the establishment of colonies. The 20th century witnessed two world wars, events that fundamentally transformed the geopolitical landscape. Nations formed alliances based on strategic geographical considerations, with the balance of power constantly shifting. The aftermath of these wars saw the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers, setting the stage for the Cold War. The Cold War era was a vivid demonstration of geopolitics. The world was split into two ideological camps, each vying for global dominance. The geographical positioning of nations during this period, whether it was the construction of the Berlin Wall or the Cuban Missile Crisis, highlighted the influence of geopolitics in shaping international relations. In essence, geopolitics is a tale as old as civilization itself. It's a narrative that's been woven through the tapestry of human history, influencing decisions on warfare, trade, diplomacy, and more. It's a story of power and strategy, of nations and territories, of alliances and conflicts. From the era of empires to the modern world, geopolitics has played a crucial role in determining the course of history. Fast forward to the present day, geopolitics continues to shape the world. Our globe is an intricate web of nations, each with its own interests, alliances, and challenges. This web, always shifting and evolving, is our current geopolitical landscape. At the heart of this landscape are key issues that drive global dynamics. Climate change, for instance, is a pressing concern that transcends borders. Rising sea levels, intensifying storms, and shifting weather patterns are not only environmental issues but also geopolitical ones. They can spark conflicts over resources, influence migration patterns, and even redraw the world map. Speaking of resources, the issue of resource scarcity is another significant player in the geopolitical arena. The demand for water, food, and energy is continuously rising, driven by an ever-growing global population. This escalating demand, coupled with finite resources, can lead to tensions and conflicts, especially in regions where these resources are scarce or unevenly distributed. Technological advancements, too, are reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The digital revolution, the rise of artificial intelligence, and advancements in cyber capabilities are all game changers. They provide nations with new tools for power projection, but also create new vulnerabilities. This digital frontier is the new battleground, where cyber warfare and information manipulation are becoming increasingly common. But it's not just about the challenges. This landscape also presents opportunities. Nations can collaborate to combat climate change, manage resources efficiently, and regulate the use of technology. It's a complex dance of cooperation and competition, where the steps are dictated by national interests and global realities. The geopolitical landscape is a fascinating study of the interplay between power, geography, and international relations. It's a world where decisions made in one corner can send ripples across the globe, where the balance of power can shift with a single tweet or a groundbreaking innovation. It's a world in constant flux, a world that demands our attention and understanding. The current geopolitical landscape, marked by its complexities and challenges, underscores the importance of understanding geopolitics. Now, let us delve into the key concepts that underpin geopolitics. Our first stop is the concept of geopolitical strategy. This term refers to the ways in which countries use their geographic position, resources, and other elements to their advantage in the international arena. It's a game of chess on a global scale, where each move is calculated to maximize a nation's interest and minimize its vulnerabilities. For instance, a nation with a coastline might develop a strong navy to protect its maritime borders and ensure the safe passage of trade. Next, we come to geopolitical power. This concept encapsulates the capacity of a state or a non-state actor to influence others and control outcomes to its advantage. It's not just about military might or economic prowess, though those are important. It's also about cultural influence, technological innovation, and diplomatic clout. Think about how soft power, such as the global popularity of Hollywood movies or Korean pop music, can shape perceptions and sway opinions worldwide. Then there are geopolitical zones, which are areas marked by specific geographic features or political realities. These zones can be formal, like countries and continents, or informal, like the global North and South division. They can also be based on economic characteristics, like the grouping of emerging economies known as BRICS, which includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Understanding these zones helps us make sense of the patterns and dynamics of global politics. Finally, we use these concepts to analyze and understand geopolitical issues. We ask questions like, why is there conflict in this region? How does a country's geography influence its foreign policy? What are the implications of a rising power in this part of the world? These concepts serve as the building blocks of geopolitics, guiding our understanding of how geography impacts politics. So, how does all of this impact us on a personal and global level? Well, quite significantly actually. Geopolitics, at its core, shapes the world we live in. It influences how nations interact, how economies function, and how societies evolve. Let's take a closer look. In the realm of international relations, geopolitics is the unseen hand guiding nations' decisions. It's the reason why certain alliances are formed, why conflicts erupt, and why peace treaties are signed. It's the chess game on the global stage, where nations make strategic moves based on geographical advantages, resources, and power dynamics. When we shift our focus to economic policies, the influence of geopolitics becomes even more apparent. Consider the ebb and flow of global trade. Nations leverage their geographical advantages to boost their economies. Think of a country rich in oil reserves or a nation that controls major shipping routes. Their geopolitical standing makes them key players in the global economy. Conversely, nations with less favorable geographical positions often face economic challenges. Geopolitics, therefore, plays a crucial role in determining economic prosperity. Now let's talk about social issues. Everything from immigration policies to human rights issues are influenced by geopolitics. The push and pull of geopolitical forces can lead to social unrest, migrations, and even changes in societal norms. It's a ripple effect that starts on a global scale but trickles down to impact individuals and communities. In summary, geopolitics is like the invisible thread weaving through the fabric of our lives. It impacts us in ways we may not always realize. It shapes our world, molds our economies, and influences our societies. Remember, understanding geopolitics isn't just for political science students or policymakers. It's for anyone who wants to understand the world better.